I'm not giving anyone a second. This is podcast 007 AGR.
Shaken but
Elvin.
not stirred, baby.
Apparently, you can't even taste the difference.
I don't know.
It's more of a preference, you know.
He does have a different Bond girl every week.
Well, today we got Elvin, we got Michael, we got me, number one, because I'm first on the list, Alex. As 007, let's talk real fast. James Bond games that aren't GoldenEye because I didn't play it. Go ahead.
Unfortunately, no, we only played GoldenEye.
Oh, that's what I said not played.
Yeah,
I played. I think it was called Nightfire.
Oh, on the GameCube, yeah. Nightfire.
I played that one on PC. I had a disc.
I didn't play any other James Bond game except for that GoldenEye.
GoldenEye was the golden age of James Bond games, right? It's a classic. You can't go wrong with it.
Apparently, they had one called, I think, Bloodstone, and you can see the Steam page, but you can't actually buy it.
Oh, weird.
I guess like the licensing thing or whatever just ended for Steam. So my brother-in-law is like has it on his wish list for over a decade, and I was like, I just want to play this game.
You know, speaking of GoldenEye, there was actually a fan-made remake using the Source engine, like the Half-Life Source engine.
Oh, yeah?
And it is the same game, just with like modern graphics. It's pretty cool. I think you can play for free, actually.
Well, modern graphics or a more modern engine?
Well, the Source engine, so like Counter-Strike graphics.
Yeah,
it's better than what it was on the N64, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Shit. I guess I'm the one who didn't play GoldenEye. Because I know when people are like when they announced like that re-release like a decade ago, people were like, "Oh yeah," I'm like, "Cool." I don't. So you guys want to play Mario Kart or?
I mean, it was just the game I had. Like I didn't think about it at the time that was the only James Bond game I played, but it was good. It was very good.
I know that James Bond has a very like the X-Men cartoon, Pirates of the Caribbean, James Bond. They all have classic theme songs.
Yes.
But what makes a theme song stand like to the test of time, right?
Good question. I mean, if it's easily recognizable, right? Like anything out of a commercial, you know, that tune that just like resonates with you, that you'll just always remember when you hear it. It's easily recognizable. What makes it so? I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a science to it.
Is a commercial a tune or a song?
It can be both. Right?
Well, you like a jingle, you mean?
It's a jingle more than a song, I think.
Like, right? You know, if I go ba-da-ba-ba-ba,
yeah, that's a jingle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
because I'm trying to like I think what makes a song so that lasts for a long time is the actual show or movie that lasts a long time, right? James Bond's been going on since the late 60s?
Maybe even 50s.
I don't know. It's got to be 60s, I think.
If you start from the novels, then yeah, it goes way back, right?
But the novels didn't have the song. What I'm saying is, like, in terms of the song, that song's been the same song for over 4 decades.
Yeah,
right? And I think that's the only reason that song still is relevant, right? If the song came out in 1972 or something, nobody's gonna care about it again, right? Very few people are gonna be, singing that song. But since there's been so many adaptations over the course of decades, that song is still stuck around.
Well, I guess I was gonna say maybe meme culture keeps a lot of things alive, like the song
definitely
from
things are changing now.
or The Dark Knight.
Yeah, I mean that's not to say that each James Bond doesn't have its own theme song, right? Especially with the modern ones, they do have like songs created for it by artists, but then like you said, they still have the tunes within them. Like when you're watching the movie, you'll just hear these background music that's like, oh man, that makes it a James Bond movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess like the classic like that James Bond theme. But yeah, you're right, they always have a different song for the movie, which is really exciting because you're like, who's doing this one?
Yeah,
what's it gonna look like? Because I always like the visual intros.
For sure.
Same thing at the end of the day, but it's still fun to watch.
Oh, for sure.
So now the real question is, our theme song, will it stand the test of time?
Probably not.
Probably not. The podcast.
I'm gonna go on a limb. This ain't gonna last.
The video
past a year.
theme song.
Let's check it out.
Dun, dun, dun.
Happy Black Friday, everybody!
Yeah, happy Black.
you guys-
happy.
It's the greatest time of the year.
Did you guys get anything?
I got a boatload of stuff.
I got a
returned
boatload
stuff.
of nothing. You returned stuff.
Yeah.
Why?
On a Black
was it a
Friday?
better price?
Well,
Was it a better price, and they honored the price for you?
It was more convenient for me to return it today than another day.
Really?
The irony of the busiest shopping day of the
Yeah.
year is the day to go return stuff.
I'm afraid to go to the mall after this. I'm debating whether to order my iPods online and wait a few days, or go there and get it today.
Wait, order it online, man. It's all about the online shopping now.
Yeah, but the thing is, I have these gift cards, and they only accept 2 online, but unlimited at the store.
Ooh.
And it's driving me nuts. Do I not?
Well, what would you get? Like
No, I've lost my iPods. I lost them, and I don't know where they
your
are.
AirPods. Oh.
AirPods, sorry. And I can't find them, so I'm just gonna buy new ones. Because I need them. I use them every day.
Speaking of shopping deals, have either of you ever stayed up like for midnight release of something, and you lined up outside the store?
I did once, and that was
did it
for the
once,
new
too.
Pokemon game.
The
the
that
recent
just
one?
came out.
But it was only only because we pre-ordered it like a month in advance,
Yeah.
and it was on the way home from picking up my girlfriend from her job. And it's
I
like,
see.
well, it's coming out in an hour. Let's just go pick it up. I
Go.
guess.
How about you, Elvin?
I did for Surrey Place Mall where I live. Inside the mall, they had I think it was EB Games at the time. I can't remember, but it was for Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
The first one.
First one.
Yeah, you know what? Me too. I lined up Best
Oh
Buy.
yeah, it was Best Buy. Yes,
Yeah.
it was in the mall. Best Buy. Yes.
Yeah, I did Best Buy in Richmond, and just long ass line. I've also done a Boxing Day just for holiday shopping, and it's a long line.
I did that at Visions 4 a.m.
Oh God.
4
There
a.m.
must have been
But
a
the thing
lineup
is, you
already.
go there. The cool thing was, you go there, you get a ticket, you're spotted in line,
Yeah.
and then you can come back at 6 and then go back to where your spot is in line.
Well,
So-
particularly for those like door crasher deals where it's like,
Yes.
hey, we're only selling like 10 TVs at this price.
Do you know what
Yeah.
I got? I remember
TV?
what I got. No, this is what I got. This is how old this story is. I ended up getting an MP3 player,
Oh,
remember this?
God.
MP3
Yeah.
player, and a car alarm.
Oh gosh.
Because back then, not every car had an alarm, right? So I had to get a car, and I used neither one of them
Wow.
ever. It was a complete
God,
waste of my time.
I remember when MP3s came out. Did it have
Yeah.
1 gigabyte of storage?
Oh, I had one. It didn't even have that. I think I was allowed like maybe 12 songs.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Did you just listen to the same 12 on repeat?
Oh my god, it's so sad. I look back, I'm like, what was I doing with my life? 4
Wow,
a.m.
It was
to get an
was
MP3 player.
It was exciting at the time. I mean, like, I used to line up for Boxing Day deals, but now everything's online. Just buy it online.
I lined up for games most of the time for the free merch. They give you the T-shirt, you know.
Well, that's what they were doing for Pokemon. They gave us what did they give us? They had like this hat which they ran out of when we got there, but they gave us like some other things. I don't remember what. But it was interesting because we got online,
Mm-hmm.
and then the people were like, "Oh, you have to like get a ticket or something," or I think they said that like they cut off a line. So my girlfriend went up and saying like, "Hey, we pre-ordered this. Can we pick this up?" And they're like, "Yeah, just go stand in line." So we did. This lady comes, is like, "Here's your ticket, number 241," and she's
Wow.
like, "We were supposed to cap the line at 240." And as she's giving us the ticket, some guy walks in behind us, and she's like, "We're not taking any more today."
Oh,
Ooh. Well, I mean, you had a pre-order. Like you were
But
entitled to.
everyone else had a pre-order too. It was only pre-order people.
Ah. Well, I hope you have good things to say about that Pokemon game then.
I did one battle,
Yeah.
and it
Thus
was
far.
and then you
really-
threw it away.
I was playing other games.
Oh, okay. See, that's how amazing that game is. You played one, you're like, nah, I'm gonna play something else.
Well, I didn't even want it in the first place.
There you go.
But I will flex. I got
Pokemon is on a
Silver,
downturn.
I got Pokemon Gold. Hit
That
me
is the
up.
most bootleg Pokemon Silver and Gold.
Someone took the stickers off. I don't know why.
Because it's bootleg.
I have.
Are you
red, I
sure?
think I sold it.
Are you sure it's not corrupted cartridges?
I don't know about silver because I haven't played this one, but gold I think is still good.
I have to admit that I corrupted my Pokemon Red back in the day.
Well, I was looking up last night. I was like, can I put these Pokemons on the new Pokemon game? Maybe not all of them. Because, for example, like for Elvin's sake, there's I think like 12 Pokemon games. And each Pokemon game has 100 different Pokemon.
Yeah.
From the other games.
No, it's like new one.
New.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like each Pokemon game has brand new characters.
Yes. And they also have overlap with the previous title. Once you get to a certain point in the series, you're not allowed to, I guess, move Pokemon to that game. Because it's like, well, if that Pokemon doesn't exist in this game, you can't bring it over.
Of course, that makes sense.
They have a weird.
Well, why would they not allow them to exist?
Probably because it's like we don't want to put 20,000 Pokemon in one game.
That defeats the fun, though, isn't it?
I know it kills me. It's like I want to bring like my original guys over. Because
So
imagine if you had like your original character from 1990. And it's like, well, I want to bring my team over with me, right?
So officially, there's 905 unique Pokemon.
Holy jeez.
Yeah.
How many of them look the same but have different names and different colors?
A lot.
Yeah, there you go.
A
That's
lot.
what I thought.
You know, my thing about Pokemon is like back in the day, they were very creative with the names, and as the years went on, they just kind of gave up. Especially trying to translate it to English for the Western market, they just gave up on naming.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Like when I saw a thing, it's like, oh yeah, this Pokemon Satoshi. I'm like, who?
You mean Ash?
Well, it's like
Charizard Part 2.
Well, yeah, but like I just never considered that. Like in Japanese, they would have Japanese names for the Pokemon.
Yes.
And so I'm just like, I don't know who you're talking about. Oh, Charizard. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is it Charizard or Charizard? I don't know.
It's not. In Japan, it's actually Lizardon. Lizardon.
I think you're making that up. That sounds like a Digimon.
No, it's legit.
Michael doesn't make up Japanese names.
No, I don't. Just
he's authentic. He's authentic.
Spider-Man, yes.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'll definitely have something to chime in when you talk about Pokemon for sure.
Oh, I forgot. I have my indie title of the week.
All right.
This one, I actually saw it at PAX when we were there, and I thought it was strange. They were trying to sell it. I'm like, I play this game for free. I don't know why. Why are you guys selling this?
Did you ask them that question?
It's two different. So they made a free version of the game, which is incredibly long, but then I think they like revamped it for sale.
Yeah,
in some capacity. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. How come I can't? Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. It's called Angerfoot.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
This game is really fun. You just kick indoors, kick dudes, sometimes shoot them if you can.
Oh man!
But it's
a game you don't take seriously. Yeah, I love it.
Oh, awesome. It's so much fun. There's like, because you're like in the sewers, and there's like an octopus with like a knife coming at you. Oh, there's like alligators with guns.
Well, I saw. So it's by the makers of Broforce, and
they made a ton of other stuff. Yeah. I actually tweeted at this developer saying like, "Hey, I wish you guys were here, but only like your publisher is."
Yeah.
It is free to play on itch.io, but you can also just buy it on Steam. I do recommend this game. It's a lot of fun. You just go inside buildings and shoot alligator people.
Well, typically when they release like a paid version, there'll be like additional features, maybe like a multiplayer or something like that.
I don't think
versus
this one does.
Maybe not, but the compared to the free versions where it's usually like, well, the free one you can play single player, something like that.
Well, apparently the official PC release comes out next year.
Okay.
I already beat the game, so okay.
So Steam will come out next year?
I guess so, yeah. But I do recommend that game just to play for free on itch.io. Angerfoot. If you liked Hotline Miami, but you want it in first person, that's pretty much it. But you typically just kill dudes by kicking the door in and hitting them with the door, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Should I talk about one of my topics?
Go ahead.
Let's talk about this one. This is pretty exciting for me because this game has been a bit dormant for me for a while, collecting dust.
Oh.
So I want to talk about, if I can get it here, that'd be great. Mario Kart is back.
Is this just, is it a new title or is it an update for the last one?
Well, let me tell you.
Okay.
This is a Nintendo has announced in September. They did it a while back, but I just recently got wind of it. Wave 3 of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course DLC.
Oh, okay.
It's coming this holiday. It's going to have 8 different stages for this. So I got to see some of them. They mentioned a few here: Rock Cup, Moon Cup, to mention a few of them, and they've got all kinds of cool different looks to them. I can't wait. I've been this game I play with my son, my youngest son. He's really good at it. He always beats me in this game. So I can't wait to master this so I can kick his. You know what? Yeah, this looks awesome.
Looking at the cups down below, it even tells you like if some of them are new tracks or tracks from like Game Boy Advance, 3DS, Wii, DS.
Yeah,
that is really cool that they're pulling stuff from the old stuff.
Well, they should, because how old is this game? 5 years? 6 years?
Oh, I don't know.
It's kind of like what they did with the new Mario Party, where they just pretty much pulled like all the old school, like
why not,
classic
right?
favorites, right? Yeah.
In addition to new ones.
Yeah.
In addition to new ones.
Just give it a little spruce, a modern update, right? That's it. I like this. This is cool. This is gonna get me to go get my Nintendo Switch and turn it on. Actually,
that's sweet.
Yeah, thought I'd bring this up. It's coming this holiday. I haven't really said exactly when here. I didn't see in the article.
Probably. It says
the December. There you go. December 7th. There it is, right there.
I was gonna say Christmas time, but I was
perfect
earlier.
Perfect stocking stuffer for people.
This download code I would put in your stocking.
No, you print out the code and you put it in your stocking stuffer for them.
It's like, oh, my stocking seems light this year.
No. You have to look into it. Yeah, I thought I'd bring that up. Do you guys all have Mario Kart?
No. I only played Mario Kart on, what was it, like the Super Nintendo and the N64.
Nintendo 64, yes.
Those are the only times I ever played Mario Kart.
Wait, so you guys have not played this one?
No, I didn't have a Switch until like a few months ago.
Yeah, I played whatever was on the Wii because I had a Wii.
No, you guys have to get it. Right now it's on sale.
Or we can just stream it.
I might have it already. I'll have to go check because I use my girlfriend's account and she tricked her brother into using that account. So whenever he buy games, she can play them.
Nice.
And then in return, you get the benefit of it all.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have a plethora of games. And I'm like, cool. Uninstall.
Yeah, Michael, you should get this game.
Yeah, I'll look into it.
You do have a Switch, so
I do have a Switch. I can. Yes.
How did one ascertain this Switch?
By making good friends. Yes.
What you drinking there, Alex?
Root beer.
Ooh. You have a beverage, Michael?
Water.
Good stuff. I got Diet Coke.
The purest of them all.
I was at I mentioned I was at GameStop earlier doing a return because I picked up a Pro controller when I picked up Pokemon, but it wasn't compatible with this mount that I had where it attaches to the controller and it attaches to your Switch, so you just play it like this and use your screen. So when I went to return that, I was like, well, I guess I'll look at like what other games they have here. And I saw they had this game, The Order, I think it's like 1884 or something to that effect.
Anno 1884?
No, The Order.
Oh.
This is a title that came out back PS4, like early, but not a launch title. And apparently like nobody liked it because it was mostly like cutscenes. But apparently, I don't know, it was like $8. And all that you do is just like, oh, there's these werewolves, we got to fight them. Like, I almost bought it and I didn't.
So they're showing. I played the video. They're showing some of the.
They're taking a look.
Courses here.
Rainbow
So
Road.
They're putting
Rainbow
out.
Road.
Okay, so they got like Splatoon in Mario
Boo
Kart.
Lake.
But here the question is like, when are they bringing back Diddy Kong Racing?
Oh God,
Because you can have a
I
motorcycle,
loved
you could have like a
the boat
quad,
and the plane. Yeah, Diddy Kong Racing was the best.
Did you ever play Diddy Kong Racing, Alvin?
Nope.
Same
Also
thing.
on the Nintendo 64. Yeah, same game.
But they had motorcycles before.
I had this,
Mario
so I'm
Kart
like,
did it.
this is all the gaming I need for the Switch.
Oh no, this is like N64 though.
Oh, okay.
Surprised you don't do more like Smash Brothers. Oh, we did do Smash Brothers, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did a live stream on that last year. Yeah, you were terrible.
I don't get that game. So the weirdest buttons.
Yeah.
It's an acquired taste. You'd have to really play that game and understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting games in general.
And once you I think can figure out the layouts, then you're good to go.
Alex, are you big on fighters? Not really.
No.
Wait, this is $24.99?
Is that going to change your mind on it?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Well, what's that 84? Make that full screen.
I can't make it full screen.
You're right there. 48 courses for $24.
I can't see now. I can't see you guys if I make the full screen.
Wave 1. Okay, so
Wave 1 to 6, 48 courses.
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then because it's 3 different DLCs here.
Well, it's gonna be 6 of them. So it's like a season pass.
So it's $25 per wave.
Is it?
No, I think it's $25 for the whole 6 waves.
It better be. It
says wave 1 to 6 right there.
Yeah.
All it's telling you is that
go back.
No, hold on. All it's telling you is on December 7th, wave 3 will be ready to go. You pay for the whole thing, but you have they're timed drops.
Okay, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. I thought it was just 1. Okay, that's not too bad.
I don't know. I still feel like $25 is still a good deal for all of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I thought it was just for 1 DLC.
Oh no, I meant for like if you scroll down, like because there's 3 cups here.
2 cups.
Oh,
and
2
it comes with 8. It comes with 8 courses. So yeah.
When wave 3, it comes with 24 tracks.
Which with no 24 still to come. So 48 total. Yeah.
Yeah.
Each wave consists of 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, so you're paying like $1 a track?
That's worth it to me then. Yeah. That's a pretty good deal. I'm all in. Ready to go. Let's do this. We need to have a Mario Kart party. We can have up to 8 players, I think. Everybody bring your controllers. I have 4 here already.
We got these cool Pikachu controllers.
Oh, you got the OLED one, huh?
This is Rochelle's.
I was debating whether to get it or not. Then I'm like, I don't even play it that much, so why would I get it? And then I end up getting 2 other consoles, handheld consoles.
This one's mine.
And
nice.
And
I should put some stickers on it.
So you should. A&R stickers or AGR stickers?
No, I got this pack of 100 Sailor Moon stickers from the night market.
Yeah, but nobody cares about that. Put the awesome ones like our company.
Some people care about it.
I opened up my very first Sailor Moon figure.
Yeah?
Sailor Pluto. I'm going backwards from Pluto back.
Oh, closest to the Earth.
No, that would be the furthest from the Earth. Pluto.
Yeah, but you're going...
I'm coming towards yes. Yeah. I said backward, yes.
And then you're going to shoot past it to the sun.
Yes. It's pretty cool, though. Figures are really nice. SH Figure makes some really good figures.
Oh, yeah.
All right, what else do we want to talk about here?
I guess another title that I was looking for today for PS5 is called Returnal. It's a sci-fi mystery game, I guess.
Okay.
Where you land on a planet, your ship crashes or whatever, and you end up finding your own body there. You're like, what the heck? And you find a voice recording. Yeah, you find your body just there. And it's like, what is this? And you find a voice recording, and it's like you leaving like a message, and you have to go and explore this area that you crashed.
But what are you, a spirit?
No. I guess then after you explore the area, if you die, like your body dies over there, but somehow you go back in time at the same time.
That's a weird concept.
Yeah, so I'm constantly like let's say I die like over in the left hallway. When I spawn back in, it's like, okay, I can go to that left hallway. Oh, there's my body now. And it's just my bodies keep piling up the more I die. I wonder if that could be a mechanic where it's like I get to use that to like I have to get up to that ledge. Well, if I just put like 100 bodies here,
can you move the bodies around?
I don't know. This is all I know, and it's really cool, I think, and I want to get it, but I couldn't find it today.
So it makes me think of what's that game called? Deathloop?
Yeah,
I thought about picking that up today too. Yeah,
yeah. It kind of sounds like Deathloop in a way, where you just kind of keep restarting from where you left off when you die. Which I guess in the grand scheme of video games, that is what happens, right? When you die, you just restart at the last checkpoint.
That's true, but within the world, it's still kind of like the Shadows of Mordor game, where like if an orc kills you and you come back, he's like, "I remember you."
It's like I guess you didn't die.
Yeah. There was another title a while, like 10 years ago on Steam. I don't remember the name. All that was just a regular game, but there's a pool of lives that everyone in the world shares from.
Oh,
so let's say like there's like 100,000 lives.
Yeah,
and if you play the game and you die, then that pool of lives goes down by 1.
What happens if I play the game? What happens if the pool runs out?
The game's no longer playable. You can't play it.
Oh.
It's done. They just remove the game.
That is a very strange concept.
It's really cool.
Well, until you can't play it anymore.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be like a group effort where it's like, just don't fuck up, guys.
But like, what kind of game was it?
I don't know. I didn't pick it up and I regret it. But I really wanted to play it. But I'll have to look into it again.
It sounds like a battle royale, but like once it ends, that's it.
Yeah, but you're not playing against other players. You're playing against the game.
Right.
Yeah, so that's single player, but everyone shares in the lives.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of a game like that. It's a unique concept, but it's not profitable for a business to do something like that. Unless it's an indie company.
Oh, definitely was.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name. I'm going to find it.
Although that does remind me of a game that came out very recently called Foxhole. Have you guys heard of it?
Isn't that
it's like a World War II shooter?
I think I've seen the cover, but I never picked it up.
So Foxhole is a very unique top-down World War II style game where everyone in the world is either on one side of the war or the other. Everyone. Mm-hmm. And the scale of the map is larger than you can ever perceive. Like it is a global map. Yes. Like you would never be able to walk from one end to the other. It's not possible.
That sounds awesome.
You'll probably die. Yeah.
This is the game for me.
Yeah. So, but what's unique about the game is that it's a shooter because it's a World War II, but you don't have to play it as a shooter. If you want to just do logistics, like your entire aspect is being on the back line, mining resources, building guns, building tanks, and just running it to the front line, there's a whole operation for that, right?
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, you can be a medic and just do like medic stuff, body recoveries. Like it's really good for a game.
Can you just chill out and just do nothing?
You
get kicked out of the game.
Yes. So you know what? Let's see if I can pull up an image just to show you guys because it's actually a really cool concept. So like the world runs for like 3 months, and obviously whichever side has pushed further ahead by the end of the 3 months would win it all.
When you say 3 months, you mean actually 3 months in real time?
Actually 3 months of real time.
So what happens when you're sleeping to your character?
Someone else better be picking up that slack.
No. What happens to your character when you're sleeping?
Oh, when you log out, that's fine. So it actually looks like this.
Oh,
but like each one of these hexagons is enormous in itself. So each one of these green dots is like an entire city.
So how does that combat work?
It's a top-down shooter. It looks a lot like this. right?
Okay.
So you will die in 2 shots, right?
Holy
You
shit.
can disable enemy vehicles by blowing out the tires, right? You can steal resources from the enemy side. Like we've done a thing where a squad went and cut off the supply line of the enemy forces where their vehicles were running. We just waited and took out the vehicles. It was pretty cool. Anyway, I just thought of that when you were mentioning like that game with the limited amount of player counts, because this game works similarly where there's a limited amount of lives on both sides. So the more people that play, like eventually one side will deplete, versus the other. So it does grow. Like I mean, lines do push. So if you advance, then you claim territory, you build new resources, etc., etc. I guess I could show some actual footage, but this isn't the game I want to talk about today. I just thought it was cool to mention. Yeah. Anyway, Foxhole. If you like World War II tactical like strategy kind of games, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. So I was thinking, what if this was first person? It's like it's gonna be really hard to get people to want to be support class.
Yeah, no, it's top down. So yeah, this is a good representation of it. So each of these buildings can actually be interacted with. Like your character will be like this, like regular size scale in relation to these buildings.
Interesting.
Yeah. Possible combat. Yeah. So something like this. You can see all the little guys running. So you would be one of these guys.
Okay.
Amongst many. Yeah. In-game chat's really big. If you like those kind of games, I highly recommend it.
I played a military sim once in Gmod. It was like a World War II military sim.
Mm-hmm.
And man, they take it way too seriously there. It's like it's like you can't, until you play, you have to like stay in this square and you can't leave until like a superior officer comes and gets you and trains you. And it's like, okay, we're gonna teach you how to move and jump and crouch. And it's like it's like, bro, let's step back for a second. I know how to play a fucking video game, okay? I don't. No, you have to do the training. It's like
do I though?
Do I? I got in trouble for like leaving camp.
Yeah.
Military sims, they take it really seriously. Too seriously.
I'm gonna blow your guys' minds today with this article.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Well, if you want to go next.
Pikachu, the movie 2.
Yes.
Pong, 50 years.
Damn.
Exciting.
Something came out 30 years ago today. What was it? Oh,
hey, we're not talking about 30. We're talking about this right now. Don't talk about something 30. This is 50 years of Pong.
Did you know the original Rage Quit was on Pong?
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So this was supposed to be a trick that some IT students were playing on somebody.
Oh,
that's how Pong was created.
What was the trick?
It says it started a trick played on a young IT engineer and has inspired art installations, blah blah blah, whatever. But it was a group of people getting together and playing a trick on a student, and it ended up being a game.
Okay.
So that's how Pong was created. But what's really cool is, even though this is 50 years old, they're saying that the simplest minds can play this game. It's a very simple game, right?
Yeah.
One of the most simplistic games you could get out there. And so an Australian-based startup called Cortical Labs challenged that. What they did was they created a dish brain, a biological computer chip that uses a combination of living neurons and silicone to play an early console classic. And it was able to play the game.
Wouldn't it be cheaper just to got a monkey to do it?
No, but the monkey's complex. This is a basic broke down of the simplest you could get in terms of biological thinking item. And it played for 20 minutes, and after 20-minute session, the dish brain was playing much better than when it started off. So it was actually adapting and learning it. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So 2 big news: Pong turns 50, and they were able to get a biological computer chip to play this game.
You got a petri dish to play Pong.
Yeah,
They have a Pong machine at Kessel Fun Park in Abbotsford. I want to play it, but some other people were on it. So
I've always wanted to go to the Castle Fun Park. Is it worth it as an adult?
no,
it's
broken down now.
I think once they open up their like batting cages and mini golf,
This is the one in Abbotsford you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Didn't it was underwater?
Well,
Which is ironic because their mini golf theme is underwater. So what's nice though is they have like the area is like cordoned off, like you can't go here; it's all under repair. But they have images of what it looked like before and what it looks like now from the water damage.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting seeing them like, oh, here's some guys coming in and they're cleaning it up, and it's really cool. I like that.
Boys.
I don't know how we segue to that, but going back to 50 Years of Pong, this was the very first game, was it not, ever made?
I don't know.
This is the very first rage quit ever caught on camera was because of Pong. The guy's like, fuck it, I'm done playing.
This game's rigged.
The guy's like, oh, don't be a sore loser, you know. Yeah.
There was water on the controllers. Mine wasn't even working.
The haptic feedback was not working.
Yeah.
He's clearly using an aimbot.
Yeah. What is this third-party controller nonsense? What do you mean, Mad Cats?
He has USB Type-C. I only have Type 3.
He has a Brady Games guide in his pocket. What is this?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it started off as a prank and became, a stepping stone for gaming today. Crazy.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
It's crazy how like that was the first game, and now like I'm playing Doom on my microwave.
Well, I'm playing Call of Duty Water Warfare here. Crazy.
Do you remember a while back they had I think it was a parody, but I think at the same time it might have been real because they kept re-releasing Skyrim over and over again. But now you can like play it like on your Alexa or something.
Skyrim?
Yeah. And I think you can also play it like on your fridge.
You can do a lot with your fridge these days.
You can do everything besides find out what's inside your fridge these days.
Yeah. Well, but it has become a bit of a meme how often the Elder Scrolls series is re-releasing Skyrim, just like GTA, right? The next GTA to come out is still 5.
I wonder if like they're doing that. It's like we need to keep like because maybe their scope for their next title is so big. It's like we need to fund this thing.
Well, that's what Rocksteady? Yeah, no, Rockstar.
Yeah,
they do that on purpose because it takes so long for them to make a game. I think that company has it right, in my opinion. I think so. Here's why I think so. They know that they need to take time to do a game and do it right. How many times have they pushed out a game that obviously every game's gonna have minor bugs here and there, right? We live in a world where someone's gonna figure out a bug somewhere, no matter how polished you think your game is. Someone's gonna find something. Mm-hmm. But if you look back at the last 20 years of this company, how many duds have they really made? Except for, is it Bully? What's that game?
I don't know.
Bully is just fine. I like Bully.
Well, I guess I don't know. A lot of people didn't like it. Some people did. They stopped making that game because of all the unhappy people
want a sequel.
Sensitive people, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, a lot of people want the sequel, but there's a lot of people that don't want the game to exist at all, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
It nurtures, kids to go and become bullies, right? But I just going back to what I was saying was they take their sweet time on purpose because they want to do a good job in pushing out their game, and their games are so big in scope. Like Red Dead Redemption, that's a big game too, right? And so they have to release these DLCs because they have to pay for their staff those 6 years or 7 years to make that game, right?
But we're not talking DLCs. We're talking re-releasing the same game on a new console.
Yeah, that's fine.
Here's the PS3 version. Here's the PS4 version, and now the PS5 version. It's the same game,
but it's not even that. It's like here's the anniversary edition. Now here's the definitive edition.
But they do add content to it. They're not all the same. They do add some.
I don't think they've done that with Skyrim, at least.
I'm talking about GTA, Rockstar in particular, right? They do add content.
fair enough. But
Yeah, they're on.
I know it's
constantly
minuscule, but at least this is the only way they can make some side money while they're finishing the next one, right?
Besides microtransactions, but
yeah,
which they also do on GTA Online. They make a lot of money there.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that because I think I'm okay with waiting the amount of time I have to wait. Like I want to play the next GTA because I didn't get to play the GTA 5 that much, very little.
Why not? Go play it.
I was told to return that game when I bought the game when my kids were young, and I never went back to it. I have the game, but I never went back and played it yet.
You should play it. GTA 5.
I know. I have it for the Steam, so I'm gonna actively just go at it on that.
Well, I don't condone developers doing that, but I see what you mean. It just means that I won't buy it, right? I'm just gonna wait until GTA 6 comes out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people like the DLC. Like, look, we just talked about the Mario Kart. That game's an old game, right? It's been out for years,
and new content.
Yeah, they're bringing new content in, and I'm okay with that. That's fine.
But it's still a different game. If you look at Mario Kart 8 versus Mario Kart 64, right? Like they're very, very different games. The concept of driving and throwing turtles at each other is the same, fine, but it's been modernized. Graphics have been improved. They try to jazz it up a little, and it caters to kids. It's for the kids, right?
Yeah.
But on the subject of companies, re-releasing games, it actually leads me into what I wanted to the topic that I wanted to discuss today, which was the Capcom announcing the remake of Resident Evil 4. That's my hot topic of the day, and I am super excited for it. And this,
you love Resident Evil. You like that?
Oh yeah, I do. But Resident Evil 4 is very, very unique. And if you've never played it, fine. Alex, have you played it? Resident Evil 4?
Yeah, I originally got it on a burnt disc from a classmate.
Nice.
I still have that disc.
I take it you've never played it.
Me?
He's just gonna. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Alex still.
Well, no. Like, have you?
I played Resident Evil way back in the day. I played the first one, and I believe I played the third one. But I stopped playing it because I just don't.
I don't want to look at that. I haven't looked at any promo for this game.
Oh,
keep showing more.
It's just images. No, but I need to talk about this. I have to.
You can talk about it, but I'm not going to look.
Then don't look.
Who cares? It's just pictures.
I don't know what
it's a big deal. Okay, so Elvin, you're clearly not a diehard, and that's totally fair. But
no, I'm not a jump scare guy. I don't like jump scares.
It's not jump scares.
I don't think there was
let me talk about the history of Resident Evil 4. This is a game done right, but the game came out in 2005, originally on the GameCube. Then it got released PS2, PC, Xbox 360, PS3, Xbox One, PS4. So we switched.
Talk about milking the game.
Yeah.
Well, it's a port, right? Because it's like, hey, I don't own a GameCube. I want to play the game, so they released it on my console.
But you just say you don't condone things like that.
Yeah.
Okay. But ports are different, right? Either way, because if I don't own, let's say, an Xbox, I only own a Sony product. Well, they have to release it on that Sony product for me to play it, right? Mm-hmm. Anyway, where I'm getting at is like Capcom has gone back now and started remastering previous games. But what's special about Resident Evil 4 at its time is it's the first Resident Evil in the franchise to feature like a third-person shooter type of aspect. So, Elvin, you've played Resident Evil 1 and 3. You know that the camera angles are fixed, right?
Yeah, it's always like annoying.
Yeah, so like Metal Gear Solid, Silent Hill, like the cameras are pretty fixed. And like you just got to run down a hallway or something like that. Well, Resident Evil 4 was the first game in their franchise to like have this like free form. You can turn and move the camera with your body, right? And it featured 3D modeling, and it was just really good for its time. And I believe it's the first game in the franchise where it wasn't about the Umbrella Corporation making everyone into zombies, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's like same main characters. You still have Chris Redfield as the protagonist, but
Leon.
Oh, sorry. Leon Kennedy. My bad. Leon Kennedy as the main character. But like instead of, Umbrella Corporation, weird drug trying to poison everyone. No, it's rescue the president's daughter from this weird place in
Spain.
I believe it's Spain. I was going to say Mexico, but Spain.
No, Spain.
Thank you for correcting me on that. And it defines where their genre went from there, right? The whole Resident Evil franchise. But what they've done recently is they've gone back and remastered the original games or making complete remakes. So Resident Evil 1, 2, 3 thus far have received like a complete remake.
No, just 2 and 3.
Resident Evil 1? Well, okay, but
one they did an HD release, but that is that's not the remake.
Fair enough. Okay, so Elvin, if you liked Resident Evil 3, there's a complete remake of it with like it feels like a game that just came out. Well,
because it just came out.
It feels modern, right? It feels like any other modern game rather than like Resident Evil 3 that you knew back in the day. Mm-hmm. And so they're giving the same treatment to Resident Evil 4, and because of the gigantic fan base following Resident Evil 4 when it first came out, like people are very excited for it. I'm excited for it. Alex doesn't want to look at any promo images of it, which is totally fair. But like if you were to look at some of the comparisons, just to show you, Elvin, I guess, like if you look at the original versus the remake, it like they're
detail,
yeah. So they're using, I believe they're going to use the Unreal 5 engine, or at least a newer engine. The ones they've been using
they would use their RE engine they made. They're not using Unreal. They have their own in-house engine they've been using since 7. So 7, 8, 2, 3, now 4 is all going to be on the same engine. And I think also Devil May Cry 5 is on that engine.
I thought I read somewhere about them wanting to, or it might have been a fan make. Someone made a fan made version using the Unreal engine, Unreal 5 engine. But
yeah, I would be surprised.
Like they definitely made it a lot more horror like in the coloring and the tone of everything. And I have seen the promo footage. I won't spoil it for Alex, but
my question is, does he still tell jokes?
There hasn't been enough footage for me to know that answer.
Because Leon tells jokes.
Yes. So here's a comparison. I mean, like even if you look at the original from 2005, that looks pretty good on the left. But yeah, so the center would be the remake, and the Resident Evil 2 version of him that came out 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago, would be the one on the right there.
I would recommend though, Elvin, if you are to play the new version of 3, just for nostalgia's sake.
I won't be playing any of them.
Okay. Well, if you were, I would wait for it to go on sale because it is disappointingly short.
The younger version of me was very adventurous, but the dad version of me now is very conservative.
So, yes. Either way, I'm super excited.
I think my oldest son. I think my oldest son has inherited my younger adventurous horror side because he is into all of this. So he loves the jump scares. He loves all the, the ghost demons and all that stuff. He loves it. So I think I might see if he's interested in playing this game for the PS5.
Oh, I mean, if he loves it, this will be a perfect game.
Yeah, I'll see if he's interested. I'll show him the trailer.
They actually came out with a VR version of Resident Evil 4 2 years ago, and that was actually pretty cool.
Oh, he would love that. He would love that.
Yeah, you should look into it. I think it's available on the PS4. Hang on, let me look it up.
I have the PS4 VR.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah, I've had the VR for.
Oh, sorry, that's the PS4 VR, but you don't have like VR for the computer, do you?
Oh, are you telling me to get something, Michael?
No.
I'm buying it now. I'm gonna go look up Friday sales.
Okay, so
which is the best one right now? Buy for VR experience. If money was no object, what is the best VR experience to buy right now?
Real life.
Oh God.
Mr. Beast would be the best money.
Don't say meta.
Best experience you can buy in real life.
Don't say meta.
I mean, like I haven't dabbled in VR enough, but like the Fallout VR is supposed to be pretty good. I don't really know of any other ones.
Interesting.
Just to cover what Alex and I were saying earlier, yeah. So you're right, Alex. The Unreal Engine 5 is just a fan remake, but someone is trying to remake the original game, the original Biohazard 1 using the Unreal Engine 5
in third person.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd play that then, because I don't know if they're going to go back and do 1 and 0, which I hope they would.
Yeah.
Oh no, it is fixed camera.
Yeah, but with Unreal Engine 5 texturing. It looks so good.
No, third person or Get Out.
I do like third person though. So I'll just cut it there.
I found I'll have to find it again. There's these
Found
two
what?
guys. They remade just the opening lobby to the mansion from Resident Evil 1 in, I think, Unreal. And it is beyond detailed. Like, I can't comprehend how much time they put into this detail. The one flaw is, like, when you move, everything's like smooth and unfinished. But if you stop moving and you just look at something, it's like, is this a photograph? What am I looking at? It's ridiculous.
Oh,
and they only made that room. It's like, this is all we're doing.
So can I show you guys something here?
Yeah,
I'm going to show you guys something. This is
it's game related, right?
Well, it will be.
Okay.
This is
a picture of his dog.
Cool. This is super cool. Okay.
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
You've seen this, Elvin? Have you seen this?
Nope.
This is not real life.
Get out of here.
This is Unreal Engine 5.
Wow, look at the lighting on this.
Yeah. Like,
so,
this is
you
all
can
computer generated.
A little bit, but at the same time, there's parts where you're not certain.
And then
I seriously thought I was outside.
Yeah, right. It looks like outdoors.
I was like, why are you showing me a SkyTrain station?
Yeah, and then here's it in the evening. Isn't that insane? How good that looks.
This is what we have to look forward to in the next 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, look at this technology. I mean, this is perfect for a horror game right now, but this is just a demo.
Scary. Get that game away from me. Ugh. So, are they planning on doing this soon? Like, I mean, I want to see games like this.
Well,
imagine Call of Duty on that.
Well, you say this as I'm about to show you this. This
is this.
It looks like a body cam, but this is a game someone made.
No way. There you go. Call of Duty on Unreal Engine 5. That's holy shit. That looks really good.
Like, there's parts you can tell, but I think the camera work is what does most of the work for you. Like, here, it's not so fresh.
But still. Wow.
I think because there's a lot of games out there that have photorealism.
Yeah.
So, like, I played a game called Chernobyl Light, where they did go to the Ukraine and went to Pripyat, and they just did a bunch of photographs out there in the zone of exclusion where the reactor meltdown, and then they imported it all into the game. It's like, that's how we made our game. We just 3D scanned everything we could find.
Wow. Crazy. Oh, Elvin, you'll be excited to know that Fortnite is using Unreal Engine 5.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did not know that. Cool.
Yeah. There's currently a list of games that aren't out yet because Unreal Engine 5 is still very new, but there is a list of confirmed games that will use it. The Silent Hill remake. Silent Hill 2 remake is going to use it. Nice.
I've got a fun little topic here that I think Alex would like.
Go for it.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's Murder Pup is already banned.
Murder Pup. I played one. I had one battle and I won, so I don't know what any of this is.
So it says here, for the majority, a new mainline Pokemon game is a chance to fill a Pokedex battle through a series of gyms and enjoy watching your
gaggle of monster buddies.
What is Pokedex?
It's like a encyclopedia of Pokemon.
Oh, okay, cool.
So instead of like your field guide to like birds, it's like, here's your field guide to all the Pokemon.
Okay, cool. So yeah, and it seems that Houndstone, they evolved from the life-draining good boy Grievard. What in the world? Anyways, has already
it's probably an undead dog.
Yeah, and it's already found its way to the banned list.
Like they took it out of the game, or
yeah, I guess it's banned. I don't know. It's banned competitive play.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well, fuck those guys, anyways.
Due to ridiculously powerful attacks. Did they not know this before they put this character in the game?
Okay, so when they make games like Pokemon or Smash Bros. Or any card trading game, things like that.
You mean big games with a lot of money behind it?
When the developers make the game, they're just making the game just for the general audience. When it comes to competitive, they make their own rules. They're not like officially sanctioned by like Pokemon saying like Pokemon as a company is not saying, hey, when you do competitive, you can't use this Pokemon because it's too strong. It's up to the players that decide that shit.
So alongside Houndstone in this crime is Fluttermane, a so-called paradox Pokemon, an ancient relation to Miss Drivius.
I don't know what any of this means.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm just...
You showing me an article for words
I'm just talking about
know.
an article that's really, obviously Pokemon's big right now in the news, so I just thought this would be interesting to talk about, but never did I thought it would go off the rails that fast.
With words you've never seen.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, I'm in for it here. Yeah, if you're a Pokemon person and you're listening to me butcher these names, I apologize. But hey, I don't play this game, so I have no idea. The fact that I'm doing this article, you should be thankful. It's an article that I don't care about, but I thought it'd be interesting.
It's why you should vet the article first.
I did read it, but I was just like, I don't know if this is the way I'm pronouncing it. It's correct. But I did my best. But yeah, okay, cool. They banned this puppy. Looks like my dog with the big headache.
With the tombstone on his head. Hey, Elvin, did you ever play the Witcher games?
No.
Okay. They're remaking the first Witcher game using the Unreal Engine 5.
I shall play it then.
Are they going to do the second one as well then at that point?
Well, I guess they're going to start from the back and work their way forward, right?
You say that. Resident Evil, they started on 2 instead of 1.
Fair enough, but we are in an era where developers are going back to their older games and bringing them to...
It's easy money.
Well, yes and no, right? I'm sure they spend a lot, but like,
the Witcher showed interest because of the Netflix show.
Right? Yes, but like it's still a lot of work for the developers to make a brand new game. Yeah. But no, I'm excited for it. I might. I enjoyed the TV series.
I might get it for the Steam Deck.
So you said you played Overwatch 2, Michael.
I did play Overwatch 2.
So is this a different game, like a different launcher EXE, or is it just like, hey, I open up Overwatch and now it's different shit?
So technically it is its own game, but Overwatch 2 is just Overwatch. There is absolutely...
So it's its own EXE file.
Yes.
That's all I wanted to know. I don't give a fuck about Overwatch. It's too easy. I played one match. I'm like, people think this is hard? I don't... Retired. Okay. I already peaked. Number 1 in the world.
No.
Overwatch highly doubt that, but...
I won. I don't know what to tell you.
You know what? Off topic. You know what I found interesting now is... I mean, you guys have been to my place and you see my layout of my house and everything. I felt more comfortable sitting my couch upstairs with my Steam Deck than going downstairs, turning on the TV, turning on the PlayStation or whatever console I'm playing. And I was just like... It just feels weird. Like if I'm with my Steam Deck on the couch, I'm comfortable and I'm like, yeah, this is the way to play games now. Instead of the giant screen that I have.
Yeah. No, that's
weird.
Your dog's up there. That's why.
Yeah. She's always like sniffing around, seeing what I'm playing.
There's a charm of being able to pick it up anywhere you are and just start playing a game, right? Yeah.
I started a mobile game recently. I haven't played a mobile game in like 7 years. Probably longer.
Oh, jeez.
And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this mobile game out because fuck it. And so I played it a little bit. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna save. I got to my first save point, put it away for about a week. I come back, it's like, hey, welcome back to the game. My login's there. Press start. I'm starting from the beginning. I did not save anything I did. So I don't know about how I feel about portable games right now. We're kind of on the outs.
Well, the Steam Deck's pretty cool. Like if you just turn it off, when you turn it back on, it'll start where you left off. So like I had the Gotham Knights game and I forgot to save it. I had to turn it off, had to do something quickly. And I forgot about it till the next day. It came back. The battery is obviously dead, so I charged it, turned it back on, and exactly where I was. I don't have to restart the game, nothing. So I was like, sweet.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm like, sweet.
Back in the day when you go and rent a video game from like Blockbuster or Rogers Video, it's like, wait, I don't have a memory card.
Oh,
damn! One sitting.
Yeah.
Remember, I had a friend. We would rent Ghost Recon Summit Strike for I think original Xbox from Blockbuster. That's my story.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. I don't know. I think that's like my first Tom Clancy game, maybe.
Oh man, Tom Clancy franchise is good, but hey, no, that brings an interesting topic of the going and renting a game, because obviously that doesn't exist anymore. That model's dead. But I think all of us here have done that, right? Either to Rogers Video or Blockbuster.
I got in trouble as a kid doing that.
Yeah.
How's that?
I was banned from a video game store.
What'd you do?
So there was a video game store by my house. Well, it was an Indian company, so they had Indian movies and video games as well for kids, but not Indian video games, but video games in general.
Okay.
So it was just literally across the street from my house, and I say that for a reason. So literally across the street. So I go and rent a game, and I think it was, I want to say G.I. Joe for Nintendo. G.I. Joe, I think it's G.I. Joe for Nintendo. Anyways, so I go rent the game, and I immediately fall in love with the game. I love the game. I'm like, this is so awesome. I can't believe how cool this game is. Play it for I think it was a 3-day rental. Played it all. I got it on Friday, so I'm playing it all weekend. I'm just having a great time, loving this game. And I finished it. Monday comes around, school. I'm supposed to return it, and I forgot all about it.
Ooh.
I forgot to return it, and there's a late fee for every day you don't bring the game back.
Naughty boy.
Well, I went from forgetting about it to not even remembering it exists anymore.
Yeah.
And it's been underneath my couch for 2 weeks now.
Okay.
So I went to vacuum and I found it, and I didn't tell my parents. I just kept the game. I'm like, they probably all forgot about it. Who cares? I'll just keep it here. I don't want to go back and return it, because then I have to pay the late fee. What if I just don't do anything and see where that takes me, right? Stupid idea in the first place. But as a kid, the last thing you want to do is go return this game, and then you owe us $30, and then you got to go tell your parents about it, and your parents are going to probably give you an ass whooping. So I just didn't do anything, and then they started calling the house, and my mom picks it up. And my mom's like, what game? What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, your son came here and rented a game from us 3 weeks ago, and he hasn't returned it yet.
Ooh.
There's a late fee of $1 per day.
Ooh.
And we need the game back. And my mom's like, okay. So she's like, where's the game? I'm like, oh, she's like, why didn't you return it? I'm like, well, I forgot about it. She's like, well, they didn't forget about it. Now you owe them $40 in late fees or something like that. I'm like, I'm not paying $40. She's like, well, I'm not paying $40. Someone's going to have to pay for it. So I went back and dropped it off. They're like, oh, you owe us blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't have the money. They're like, well, you owe us. I'm like, I don't have the money. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I'm like 12 years old. I don't have a job. I'm sorry. I brought it back. Here it is. He's like, well, you can't come to the store anymore. I'm like, okay, see you later. And I walked out. And I didn't bother going. And that guy, I think, banned us for life or something from this store. It was so bad. Yeah, but that was my thing. Man, can you believe that? We had to go to a store and get a game.
I think you can still rent at Willow Video in Langley.
Yes,
you can still get games for 3 days.
You can still go get games. Yeah, they're still doing that.
I wonder.
That's crazy.
Are they even making? I guess maybe
Well,
people aren't
there
sure
are
if they
people
wanna
out
buy
there. Let's not insult anybody indirectly, but there are people out there who just can't afford to pay $80, $90, including myself, for a stupid game sometimes.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's like maybe if you're on the fence about buying the title, it's like, well, let me try it out for like $5.
Well, not even that. We spoke about EA games. I refuse to buy EA games at full price, and that's not a slight on EA. It just financially doesn't make sense for me to every year buy a game for $90 when the game next year will be a different one, and then the year after that, you're essentially playing the game for 1 year. That's it, max, in terms of its roster and updates, right? So I don't pay that full price. I'm like, why? It's not worth it. I'd rather wait 3 months and pay 40% or 30% less for that same game, right? And then if I go to GameStop a month before the new one comes out, I'll get at least $20 for it. So now I went from paying $90 to my original price of $60 to $40 all in. So I think that's more than 50% off on a game that I know every year that's going to bring a new one out, right?
Mm.
And I think that is even further. You can stretch your money out further if you go to Willow and rent NHL for a week, right? You get the full fix of it for a week, and you're good. And you're like, I only paid $10, and I got a full fix of it. And if I want to go back maybe in a couple of months again, get another fix for it, I'll pay another $10. So now I'm only down $20, and I had a good, amount of time to play that game. So yeah, in some ways it does make sense. And yeah, you're right. If you want to check a game out, go check it out. That way you don't spend the $70, $80 fully committed to it. And sometimes people can finish a game in a week. Like seriously, no problems, right? If you got nothing to do for that week, you're gonna blow through so many games.
I saw a video. I can't remember what game it was for. He bought it the day it came out, and then he stayed up all night, and he finished it by the time the store opened the next day, I think.
Wow.
And then he returned it.
Jeez.
There's a YouTube channel. Hey, do you guys know Steam? When you buy a game on Steam, you can get a refund if you return it within 2 hours. Sorry, like 2 hours of gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys knew about this. So Steam,
I saw
if you
this
buy
video.
a game, hang on. Yeah, so if you buy a game and you don't like it, like you try it for an hour, you don't like it, you can refund it.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like Elvin didn't know that. Fun fact for you, Elvin. So the point I'm trying to get at is there's a YouTube channel that's dedicated to speed running games in under 2 hours, 100% complete, and then refunding it.
I saw a guy. He did it, I think, for Resident Evil 2. He got
Can you answer this to both of you guys? Because I don't understand that concept of speedrunning. How do you speedrun a game in under 2 hours if the game is a 10-hour game?
Well, it's all about knowing how to skip all the cutscenes, all the shortcuts. You know where everything is already, right? So you have to plan it in advance.
But just the movements alone will take you 10 hours.
Okay, so let's say you're playing Call of Duty, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you're playing the campaign, and it takes you 13 hours to do the whole story. But you play that game every day for like a month, that campaign. You're going to get faster and faster because, I know the dude's there. I know the dude's there. I know if I go here, I can dodge this. I can do that. And you just get faster and faster the game. So you just finish the game sooner.
Yeah, but that means you've played the game so many times. He's talking about a game they never played, right?
Yeah. So what he does is he tries to do it in 2 hours. And at least the guy I saw, he wasn't able to do it in the 2 hour time. So he bought the game again just so he can keep trying to get his 2 hour.
But Michael, you're talking about a YouTube channel that does complete it.
Yeah. Well, but same thing. Like so if he fails, he'll just buy it again. Like that's his content. That's his stick, right? So if it takes him a few tries, he'll do it. But it has to be like pixel perfect. Like if he makes a mistake, the whole run's over.
Yeah. So I saw a guy do it for Resident Evil 2. He got every achievement. And he did it in under 2 hours. And he still returned the game.
That's crazy.
Bunch of cheap asses. Just buy the game.
It's not a cheap ass because he had to buy it like 10 times.
Well, that defeats the purpose.
But it's a personal challenge.
But Michael said you get refunded anyway. So did he really waste money?
Well, I guess technically, if you screw up the run, he can just refund it anyways. But Steam still has to approve it, right?
I wonder if Steam has a clause where if you buy the game more than once, they ban you for doing it.
From returning that particular title?
Yeah, because think about it. If you bought the game like 6 times and then returning it, Steam's got to go, wait, why did this person buy the game 6 times already?
Well, I'm pretty sure these YouTube channels don't actually return it. It's just in theory, could you beat the game in 2 hours? That's his challenge, right?
That's the shtick.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hey, bit off topic from gaming, but more for A&R. Brentwood has a whole Marvel exhibit now.
Yeah. I was just tipped off about that. It's coming out on my birthday weekend.
Where are they going to put it? Or is it just like the thing in the hallways?
Yeah.
No, it's supposed to be a whole interactive display.
Interactive, like you can do all of 5 things.
Probably. I think it's going to be by the rec room area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's from March to end of May, I believe. We should head down there and film it. Which reminds us to tell everybody out there, visit our social media at ANR Universe. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. It's all down below.
It's
down
scrolling
there.
right now.
Yeah.
This
Say
one,
hi to us.
this
ask
one,
us questions.
This one. Yes.
Say hi to us. Let us know what topics we want to talk about on AGR or ANR. We got multiple podcasts going. We have a Monday weekly show, 8:30 p.m. on ANR. We talk about all things pop culture. Wednesday, we have an explicit podcast that we talk about a favorite TV show or a movie in detail. And then right now, it's a pre-recorded one, but we drop this every Sunday-ish, depending on if Alex is in the mood or not.
We'll see.
Depends if Alex is occupied playing his video games. So
I gotta get back
when he
into
can
it.
put the controller down, we'll get it down out on time. And then we have another one coming on Saturday mornings, 8:30 a.m. Mighty Mornings, and that's going to start very soon. I believe next week it starts. So next week Saturday, I believe. Well, we'll put it up on social media. That's why you got to follow us on all those places. And we're giving away prizes on our main ANR channel and AGR channel here. Xbox here on this channel. I know you're like, what? An Xbox? Yes. 1,000 subscribers. We're going to give one person an Xbox. We might even hand deliver it depending on where they are. And on the ANR channel, we're giving away prizes every month. Got to be a subscriber, leave a comment, and then you have a chance to win these prizes.
I have some disappointing news.
Uh-oh.
So I remember hearing for a while about the Midnight Suns game.
Oh.
And I was
yes.
thinking, like, oh, this would be cool. I could be
I was
like
hyped
Wolverine and Ghost Rider, and I just get to like wail on
Yep.
people.
Yep.
So I'm in line buying my Pokemon game. Hey, here's the box for Midnight Suns. Look at the backs. Oh, it's a card game.
You didn't know that?
Put it back.
Yeah.
that
Giant disappointment. Giant disappointment.
Why?
Because they don't want to spend the money in making a game that's awesome.
Then don't make a game.
I know, right? You're preaching to somebody here that said the same thing.
You have like the coolest roster, and it's
know.
Cool. Let's make it a card game.
Yeah.
Wait, it's a card game?
Yeah, turn-based card game.
Oh God.
And they try to make it cool. When I was watching the actual announcement of it, right? When it first dropped, they were showing the behind the scenes. They're trying to make it look all cool and everything. And they're like, and you get to turn by turn defeat your enemies and strategize. And I'm like,
I just want to
what the
wail
hell?
on it, dude. What's happening?
Why would Wolverine stand around all day long just shaking his hands like this?
Like, okay, are you guys familiar with the XCOM franchise?
Yes. Yep.
But I don't want that for these characters.
Like fair enough. But for those who do like XCOM, and it's like, hey, if I had a Marvel version of this, then that's what this would be, right?
I don't know, dude. I'm telling you right now, like, there's not a whole lot of people talking about this game. When people don't talk about games, then you know that game's not doing well, right? People are talking about Pokemon. People are talking about Call of Duty. People are talking about Gotham Knights. People are talking about there's one more game I keep forgetting. It'll come to me anyways. But people are talking about these games, and when they're not, that's a problem right there. Nobody's talking about this game at all. Nobody cares. There might be a few that do, and good for them. If that's what makes them happy, fine. But the general overall is not looking good for this game, and it should be a lesson learned from these guys. Think about it. Like Rocksteady basically changed gaming for fighting for superheroes. They took it to the next level. Why couldn't they just do this with Marvel? Just copy them. Just do the same thing, but do it for Marvel now instead of DC. That's all you have to do.
Man, who knows?
The last time we had a good Marvel game was way back, I think PS2. It was an action-packed Avengers, I think, or X-Men team up. That's the last time we had it, way back then that I remember. I have to find the name of that specific game, but I had a blast doing that.
Which Marvel game?
I think
like Ultimate Alliance or something like that.
No. It wasn't.
I played Ultimate Alliance. Ultimate Alliance was the best.
It's before that. It's old. It got to be at least 15 to 20 years old. Easy.
Wow. Okay. I thought about like Marvel vs. Capcom.
It was like a free flowing. You could have your team and you move around. There was no turn base. There was none of this nonsense, and it was a blast to play. I remember it. But that's the last time we had a good Marvel game. After that, just I don't know what happened.
How do you feel about medieval times? Not the venue, but like just medieval in general.
I like medieval times. Yeah, Game of
there's
Thrones. You mean?
Yeah, things like that.
Yeah, I love that stuff. King Arthur.
So there's one here called Blight Survival. It's co-op. Your knights, and you just go around your kingdom and fight other knights that you can find.
What's the premise?
Night fight. I don't know.
Yeah,
This is all I
If you
know. I
want
just
it.
know this is co-op and this looks slick.
It looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Looks very violent.
Well, I'm pretty sure the Middle Ages were pretty.
Oh yeah. So you just see people start fighting them.
Yeah, just go
That's
at 'em.
hilarious. Holy smokes!
But all right, that's already cool on its own. But the fact that it's co-op,
That looks like zombies.
I think there's also like actual people though.
That looks like Nightwalkers. Look, Kryptonite. Oh,
Oh hell yeah, Kryptonite Superman's in this game. Now you'll play
I'm
it.
in. Now I'm in.
See, there's another player.
So where is he going?
Now you're friendly. Move on.
Oh. Crazy. Must be a
Yeah.
huge open world game.
I want to pick this up, but there's no release date as of yet.
What console?
This is on Steam. That's all I know so far.
Sick.
But
Let me know.
I'm
I might be down to
excited.
do co-op.
We'll see how it goes.
Does Steam have a Black Friday sale right now?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
of course it does.
Let's throw that up. Let's see
we
what
have
we got.
our autumn sale. Well, here let's.
Any good stuff? What do you recommend?
I don't know what genre you want.
Oh, hey, Tiny Tina's Wonderland's 50% off. That's pretty good.
Tiny Team. Didn't we see them at PAX?
Tiny Tina's. You definitely saw a poster for them. Yeah,
I don't even know where you're looking.
it's at the very top for me. Oh,
Where's
I have a different panel.
Oh, you're looking at a different screen.
Where do
Well,
we see
no,
the
I'm on the
games
same
sale?
homepage. Just go to the store page.
Mm. Oh, there we go.
Deathloop's
Autumn.
on
Got it.
sale.
Autumn sale.
I guess I should probably just look at my actual like Steam wish list.
That's
I
usually
look at the
best way to go.
Steam awards. I'm thinking that we should next year do an AGR awards for best game. Give our own best game award. But we have to make it interesting. So we all like different games and we hate
Yes.
different games too. So
We
I
have
think to
very
make it more,
different tastes.
to make it more difficult for us, I think all of us have to agree on the games we put up.
Oof.
So our top 10 games. Should we do it this year or should we wait till next year? Because it's going to be complex.
No, we'll do it this year. Let's do it right now.
No, not now.
Number 1.
Okay, so we're going to do it in December. We'll announce our top 10 games of the year.
Now, games that came out this year or games
This
that
year.
we
This
played
year.
this year?
This year.
Because I didn't play 10 games that came out this year.
That's your problem. But 10 games this year.
What did I play that came out this year?
I'm definitely not going to have enough for that.
Well, you better get started. Well, you don't have to play them. You could just look at the
I think
trailers.
Village is the
I mean,
only game
obviously
I
playing
played.
would be an asset, but I'm saying that
You can't give an award for a game you didn't play.
what? Hey, you played it though, so you could present it to us and say, "Hey, I think this deserves to be in the top 10."
I only played 2 games that came out this
Michael,
year.
you're gonna start
Resident
playing
Evil
some
Village
games. You
and
have
Retail
3 weeks.
Royale.
You have 3 weeks.
Just
Just play a few games.
yeah, no, I don't have time for that. It's going to be snowing in the next 3 weeks. I'm going to be busy.
It's not gonna snow.
I'm going to go make that's not what the forecast says, but
Is it really gonna snow?
So Witcher 3
Yes,
is
it is.
80% off. Should I play this game?
I've been debating
I've
whether
only
whether
heard
to
good
play
things
or not.
about it, so I recommend.
It's supposed to be very good. Yes.
I've yet
It's
to hear
only
one bad thing.
$11. How
Oh,
old
then
is
it's
this
good.
game?
Quite a while now, actually.
Probably like 8 years.
Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, right? It came out in what 2015. So 7 years now.
Wow.
But $11, but that's not with DLC. Get the DLC bundle.
Well, okay, then it's $14.
Oh no, $3.
Yes, no, it's not. That's what I'm saying. It's affordable.
Hey, Steam Deck's available and in stock, guys.
Yeah, I can afford that, definitely.
You got that baller money.
No.
That baller money.
Well, maybe if more people like and subscribe, then they
Yeah.
can afford it. Yeah.
People like and subscribe so Alex can get a Steam Deck.
And this is a
Guys,
great segue to our.
If we get to 1,000 subscribers, Evan will give me $10,000.
I never said that. I never said that, folks.
10,000 Monopoly dollars.
I might get Spider-Man.
I thought you had it.
I do, but not for the Steam Deck.
Oh,
Told you. Remember, I was saying that I feel more comfortable sitting on my couch with my dog playing a game now. So I wanted to buy a game over again. Like I bought God of War twice. I don't know why. I'm not going to play it now. It's going to sit in my Steam Deck.
I'm not going to
library.
comment on that.
Huh?
I'm not going to comment on that.
Buying it twice?
I bought it twice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
I played a couple things. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm thinking, what titles have you bought more than once?
God of War. Like, what do you mean? Like, same game or does the franchise?
Same game.
BioShock.
How many times did you buy it?
Once on console, once on PC.
Yeah. Well, I did the same thing.
Yeah.
With God of War. I did it for Spider-Man, I think. Old one.
I did play a new game. Well, it's new to me, a new game this week called Unrailed. It came out in 2020. It's a cute little game. It's a here, I'm gonna just show a clip. One second.
Is it a skateboarding game?
No, it's not. It's a train building game.
Oh.
But it's got a unique twist to it. Let me just show this real quick. It's a fun little time killer. So you have a train and the train just runs. So you have to keep building tracks for it, but then you have to collect resources. And yet it's pretty much like how long can you survive? So it's a bit sandboxy. It is procedurally generated, so the map's always different.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you can't build a track, it crashes, and then that's like your high score. So it is 4-player cooperative.
Okay.
It's kind of a cute little thing.
And
then you can upgrade your train, make it faster. There's different carts that do different things. But yeah, you build tracks and then you keep placing down tracks. It gets harder, right? Because it moves a little faster every level. But yeah, I was playing that last night. It was a lot of fun.
You could play that train game, or you could play this train game, which is on sale.
Looks like someone's playing it right now.
There you go.
Yeah, someone's nice.
Train 3 Sim World.
But wait, so I understand like the truck driving simulator because you actually have to like navigate and move the truck on the road. Trains drive by themselves.
Do they?
You only stop it if like there's a cow on the track. And even then, sometimes they don't. Yeah, I was gonna say
that's not true.
So what do you do? Maybe if you're like a passenger on the train.
Well, no, you have to change like lanes and stuff when you get into the stations. Can't be in the same lane. You're gonna hit tracks, and then
no, because the tracks are.
You control the speed here, as you can see from this control here. That you actually control speed to get there on time, or if you're running early, you have to slow down because you don't want to catch up to the trains in front of you. Those are a lot of things to consider.
Do either of you like tower defense games?
I played some, but they're not really for me.
This is a game I'm really looking forward to. Called Crossover Roll for Initiative, and it looks like so much fun. This is like so far up my alley. So it's 2 players. One person plays the puzzle on the right and basically gathers resources. The other player on the left is basically doing the tower defense. So the board is kind of like a D&D style where you have all your stats. You can see there's a little monster that's attacking your stats.
Yeah.
So the middle player is then like taking the resources and like making upgrades that you can use to attack. So if you see on the middle left, there's a little monster walking its way up right now. And it's going to go and attack one of your stats, and then yeah. Yeah,
That's
it's a
pretty
cute
cool.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see he's going to use poison dart, and he's using his poison dart from his weapon list. So yeah, it's a fun little two-person thing.
That's pretty cool.
I really like. I like the puzzle on the right. That's my style of game.
Bejeweled.
Kind of like the Bejeweled style. So now I just need someone who can do the tower defense part of it, and I'm good to go. It's an interesting concept.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. Planet Zoo. Have you heard of Planet Zoo?
I have not.
I have. You could put googly eyes on everything.
Googly eyes?
Yes.
Let me see this.
Planet Zoo. It's basically like a tycoon game, right? Where you can run your own zoo.
I want to play a side-scrolling Contra type of game. Any recommendations?
Metal Slug.
Ooh.
How old is Metal Slug? It's old.
Metal Slug is
It's like as
very,
old as
very
me.
old. Metal Slug is what I put my quarters in at the arcade.
I heard of Metal Slug. Yeah. Didn't they make a remake of that?
There's been tons of new versions.
Yeah, they made a remake of that.
There's a new Metal Slug coming out soon. It's like a tactics style. Metal Slug Awakening 2023. Holy crap.
Where?
Oh,
On
wow. Here you go, Elvin. Here's the 2023 version
On
of it.
Steam?
No, PS5.
No, I want a Steam. I want to play my Steam Deck.
But let me show you this. Check that out.
Yo!
Looks like it's for mobile.
It might actually. I'm not sure what it's going to be for. Look at the graphics. That's so cool.
Sick.
But it looks like it's mobile.
Oh
Look at
yeah.
that.
It is mobile. It is.
Is
mobile.
it Metal Slug 3? What is it?
It's Metal Slug Awakening.
Awakening. Okay.
But if it's mobile,
Sick.
then he can play it on the Steam Deck.
Can I?
Yeah,
Maybe.
because the Steam Deck's a PC at that point.
But you can install an Android emulator and just play it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so nostalgic. Anyway,
That's so much fun.
side scrollers. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to play too much lately, but hopefully I'll have more to discuss in our future discussions here.
Well, as we head towards capping it off, Michael, share one of your favorite games. It doesn't have to be your most favorite, but just one of them.
Of all time, of the given moment.
Of all time.
Of all time. Oof.
Because we always do two. Actually, you know what? Since we haven't heard
Final Fantasy VIII.
Why that one?
It's one of the few that I played from start to finish in multiple times. And from the Final Fantasy genre, like it had a very different style compared to all the previous ones before it. Its game mechanics were different. Aside from Final Fantasy VII, it was the first like more three-dimensional styled game, and I just at the time I just enjoyed the hell out of it.
I think that
I love the story too. So
one of the first ones the creator wasn't the lead designer on.
It could have been, but anyway, just
I
off
think
the top of my head, that's
after
what I think.
7. What about like a game that you absolutely hate?
Oh,
Hey, I thought we were only doing that once in a while.
But we never heard his.
Okay.
oh, can I look through my Steam list real quick?
Okay, Alvin, one of your favorites?
I just touched on it earlier in my story of leaving a game and underneath the couch. G.I. Joe.
Okay, what was that on?
Atlantis Factor is called Nintendo NES.
Okay,
So
and that was side scroller like Contra.
yeah,
or?
Capcom made it side scroll.
Oh,
I had a blast playing this game. It was so much fun. One of my I can't just that story alone of me leaving the game is the only way I remembered this game. But it was a fun game. I had a good time.
For me, I haven't played it in months, but I really like Elden Ring. I played that for like a couple months straight, but I've yet to finish it. But I really like it because there's
Does
a
that
lot
really
of like.
count?
What do you mean?
Like
Because I didn't
because
finish it?
like an old game that we were talking about? Like that's only like less than a year old.
But if it's a game that you really enjoy,
Okay.
I can do a different title.
No. If you want to talk about it, go ahead.
Well, I like some of like the side story aspects. Like there's a character saying like, "Oh, I got locked out of this building. You can only get in if you get a key. Maybe you can find one and you can get in the building." And so I get one. I go inside, but then I find a spare and I go and find him. He's like, "Oh, you have a key for me? Thank you so much. Now I can get back inside this building."
Yeah.
Go inside the building. It's full of monsters. So I'm fighting my way through, and I find the guy that I met, but he's dead. I'm like, "Well, I regret giving him this key now because I just sent him to his grave. He was better off being locked outside." But I like those like little things like that. It's like a lot of like, oh, maybe I should have done that.
Mm-hmm. As for something I hate, I don't have one. Sports games. I hate all sports games.
What?
I'm gonna blanket it. Okay. If I like
this top 10 is gonna be so interesting. We're gonna have to convince each other to put it in the list.
I could never get into any, and I've played them. Don't get me wrong. I've played Madden, NHL, NBA. I just can't get into it because I could just watch it on TV and that's good enough for me, right? If I wanted to get into sports, like there's no real I in the older games there wasn't really much of a technique to it.
It's very simplified.
It's simplified. Well, it's luck, right? Like I shoot the ball. It all depends on my player's stats, right? I slap the puck. It all depends on if the goalie wants to save it or not. Like there's very little control that I can
do. That's where I disagree with you now.
And rightfully so because you've played the games. But for myself, I'm just like I just never got into it. Like
I like the older controls for those sports games. They were very simple, pass, shoot, hit kind of thing, right? Now it's like 70 different moves can be made now, and you're just like, at what point does it stop? It just like if you hold the analog stick up and you press X and 0 and hold the other analog stick to the left, you're gonna do a spinorama. You're like, well, who has hands like that? Like, how do you manipulate your fingers to do all this? Like, I see people online, they're like, yeah, you just do this and 360 on that and 180 on this while holding all three buttons at the same time. It's like, what? So, yeah, I do like the older methods of playing were simple, but you're wrong in terms of, and I don't say this in a negative way.
No, that's fair.
You do have a lot of control, and your stats can improve your odds, but you still take a shitty player and make him good, and that's the challenge of it all. How can I take this shitty team and win? That's what I love. I love taking a crappy team and going all the way to the top and winning it all.
But every game is the same.
No. The
every
stats
game
and
is
rosters change.
No, that's fair, but like the gameplay is the same. It's not
the same thing can be said for any like modern shooter. Has Call of Duty really evolved since Call of Duty 4?
No, but I'm not going to go and buy the newest Call of Duty. I don't care about it, right?
Well, you can do the same thing with NHL or FIFA. You don't have to buy every year. In fact, I was talking about this. Remember to you, Alex, was like, don't buy it every year.
Every other year.
Yeah. Do it every other year because you do make changes every 2 years. You see a gradual improvement.
Yeah.
If you're going to buy it every year, do my method where you try to buy as cheap as possible, right? Not the full price. Right, so
no, but either way, I just
there has been improvements, but it takes time. I know what you mean, though. It takes time.
Like I've tried them all.
Yeah,
every single one. I've done MLB. I've done soccer. Like winning 11. I'm sure you're winning 11. Yeah. Like I've done it all. It doesn't jive with me. That's all.
It is what it is, right? It's not your cup of tea, right?
So, yeah.
I was thinking about what Elvin was saying, how you have to like do like these weird hand articulations to do certain moves.
It's so annoying, man.
In my mind, I'm like, well, at that point, just like do VR. And then my next thought was like, you're gonna get tangled up in that shit so fast. That cable's gonna go around your neck.
Man, I was trying to, and I'm the old dad here, right? So I was trying to get some of the moves for NHL, and there's this guy online where he shows you everything, and I'm just looking at this guy. I'm like, are you for real? Who's going to use 16 different methods to score a goal? Like, you got to be competitive level to do that. I just want to play the game for fun, man. So that's why I always go to the hybrid method in the control settings. I change it right away because it's 3 buttons and your movement button, and you're good to go. In fact, over the weekend, we had a tournament at my friend's house, NHL, right after we watched wrestling, and we won. Me and my other guy won because both of us played the simplistic way, and we won against two guys who played the advanced method, and they play way more than us. But we beat them. We were down 2-0 with 8 minutes to go, and we came back, took them to overtime, and won it in overtime. And they were so disgusted they didn't want to talk to us because they were like pros, right? We're the old guys with A and B. That's it. Speaking of that's it, is there anything else before we kind of sign off here? I have to get back to my Black Friday shopping.
Real quick, Michael, second one of your favorite games?
Ah, crap.
I got one. If you need time. Do you need time?
Go ahead, Alvin. Well,
Mega Man.
I need a second.
Mega Man, baby.
Which Mega Man in particular?
Mega Man X.
Yes.
Mega Man X.
Is that the one you can play as Zero?
It's the first of the new generation when it went on to Super Nintendo, because all the previous Mega Mans was on the regular Nintendo. Mega Man X was a big game. Alvin's pulling up right now.
Yeah, if I could.
Sorry, I clicked it for you.
Oh no, I was actually pulling it up still.
Okay,
there it is.
Because I remember playing it on Game Boy at my cousin's house, but I don't think it was this one.
Okay, so if I had to pick a game, like a favorite of the given moment, I'm gonna say Heroes of the Storm. And I don't know if either of you would know it, and that's perfectly okay.
Isn't that like a Hearthstone knockoff, or is it a MOBA? I don't remember. I think it's a MOBA.
Okay, it is a MOBA, and it's not a Hearthstone knockoff because it's by the same company. So
that's why I couldn't remember.
Yeah, it's the same intellectual property. So, as you guys know, like MOBAs, the massive online battle arenas have been blowing up recently. Starting with Dota, League of Legends, and all that. And Heroes of the Storm was Blizzard's iteration of it. And unfortunately they came late to the game and they didn't make it. So right now there's no more production. The game is still live, but they're not going to make any more updates. But I play it a lot because it's fast, it's simplistic in design, and I like the Blizzard franchises. So I like seeing those characters in an arena together.
Okay. And Elvin, why did you like Mega Man X so much?
Oh, the fact that you can change different style, like you could be a different Mega Man, right? If you beat that Mega Man, right?
But you could with previous Mega Mans too.
Yeah, no, that's what I liked about all of the Mega Man's franchise. But if you're talking about specifically X, you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say X. I just like Mega Man in general.
It's me that screamed X. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought that was one Elvin in particular enjoyed.
No, I enjoyed the whole franchise. I think it's fun.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah. So Mega Man X is like a proper sequel to the genre. So because Mega Man 1 through 8 was the same game, just with different bosses. Like it's the exact same thing. Mega Man X was like, hey, let's take this to the next level, but it still feels like the exact same Mega Man game from back in the day. The movements, like the jump speeds, the motions, it all feels like the old school Mega Man games, but it's a new game. So it's like a proper sequel, updated graphics and like animations and all that. So yeah, okay. That's why Mega Man X, but that was on Elvin's list. Not to take that away from him.
Did you have enough time to maybe figure out which one on your list, or do you need
Alex? He said Heroes of the Storm.
Oh, Heroes of the Storm. Okay. Alex,
for me, I really like Cyberpunk.
Man, you gotta pick some older games, okay?
I did. I picked old
games that happened like this last 2 years.
I picked Battlefield 1942. What more do you want from me?
It wasn't in 1942 the game came out.
No, but I talked about that one. I talked about StarCraft 1.
Oh my god! So yeah, you're with me on the Blizzard franchise. I'm all about StarCraft 1 and Warcraft actually.
But I was just talking about games that I played.
I've never played either one of those games.
You're missing out.
I know I'm missing out. There's billions of people that played it.
Yes,
I'm well aware. I watched people play it next to me. Did that count?
Yes.
But I did like Cyberpunk. I only played because there's like 3, I guess, like background scenarios you can pick from, but there's still like one core story. I only did one background scenario, because after playing that long, I'm like, I felt like I did everything I could do. And also the way it ended for me, I felt like, oh, this just put a nice bow on it. Anything more would just, I don't know. I think it was fine the way it was.
I'm torn. Do I open up the Cyberpunk for my PS5 and play it, or do I download it on my Steam Deck? I haven't played the game yet.
I don't know. I heard that they fixed it all for console now, so it's playable. But for PC, I only had 2 minor issues. So I just came back like a week later and they're like, we fixed it. I'm like, okay, I can continue this little part now.
What should I do? Should I buy it for the Steam Deck?
No, you already have it for console. Just put it on console.
I have one more game favorite I want to throw in the ring.
You know what I can do is
save it?
I can connect my PS5 to the Steam Deck, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I can just play it off the...
So try that. The PS Now or whatever?
Yeah, I think I could do that. I'm gonna look into that.
Okay.
Cool.
Save your favorite for next time, Mike. Could we only do 2 a week?
Okay.
Your 2 favorites, and I also want to hear one you hated. My question of the week though is, what's a game you wish existed but doesn't?
Oh God.
King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table.
How would that play? What would that look like? Break it down for me.
You are King Arthur now.
Okay.
Merlin took your spirit.
You are the captain now.
You are the look at me. Look at me.
I am the king now.
No, Arthur died, but Merlin doesn't want anyone to know. So Merlin takes you and puts it inside Arthur's body. And now you're Arthur.
I understand. Okay. So what do you do now? You're king,
so
you're king, right?
Now you have other kingdoms. You have you have Arthur world problems now. You know, you got to figure out. You got to keep your castle happy. You got to keep your all your people that are living there happy. It's a simulated
boiling water.
Sorry,
you got to invent boiling water.
Yeah, and you got to ward off enemies, and then all of a sudden you have the zombie mode, and then the zombies come into Camelot, and you have to defeat the zombies. Man, sign me up. I can give a great, compelling story here, and people will make billions off my story.
Do it.
Come on, Blizzard or whoever you are. Give me a call.
I wouldn't trust Blizzard to make that.
Give me a call.
That's
a great story, isn't it? Think about it.
I wouldn't want Blizzard to make it.
I'm just saying, anybody. I just thought of Blizzard because you said Blizzard.
That's the only a game I wish existed. So there's a lot of open world games, but in the anime universe, there is a shortage of open world games, mostly because
that should be pretty cool.
Sure, but
I've yet to see it.
So I'm wanting some sort of open world Bleach game. If for anyone that knows the Bleach franchise,
haven't done a good.
Never.
It's just fighters.
Never. Yeah. So Elvin, for your point of reference, like Spider-Man, Superman games, like they're open world. You can go do whatever you want, right? Why can't we do that in like the anime universes? And some have tried. One Piece, Naruto,
Dragon Ball's tried.
Dragon Ball Kakarot's kind of open worldy, but yeah. So Bleach is another. It's a sandbox. Bleach is another major franchise, and they have yet to put out any sort of open. And just like Alex said, it's always been fighters. I'd love to see some sort of more open world Bleach game. I'd be so on that.
Yeah.
I when you were saying like anime, my first thought was like, is he gonna say it? Is he gonna say Naruto?
I did say Naruto, but I have played the open world Narutos before, and they're okay. They're not super open worldy.
Yeah, I want it. How do I explain it? Like, I guess you have to look at Naruto as a story first. Yes. When that series first started, it was more ninja-y than it became. It was like, okay, I gotta do stealth. I gotta like throw my knife at him. He's coming at me. I gotta do like some smoke bombs, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As the franchise went on, it's like, all right, I'm going Super Saiyan 5 now. And it's like, I thought we were ninjas. What's happening?
Yeah, suddenly we all have godly powers.
Yeah. It's like you took the word ninja out of this whole scenario.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be cool. It'd be kind of like just an actual go back to roots ninja game, but within Naruto. Maybe even like in the past when they invented ninjutsu.
Actually, there's a game you should play then. Now that we're talking about that, but yeah. So No. Let me look it up for you real quick. But
I wish
I wish there was that there was like a modern Bleach game, because Bleach is actually making a comeback right now on Disney Plus. And Elvin, if you have time to check it out on Disney Plus, the Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War arc. The anime's been on hiatus for 10 years, and they just started it up again, and
cool.
It's a good time for them to release a new game. As for let me get back to you on the game.
I do feel like they do need like a really solid open world ninja game where you can go from like town to town, like infiltrate into buildings, things like that. Kind of like if they did it for kind of like Metal Gear kind of style. Either that, or I just want a shooter where I'm able to actually like go inside of all the buildings.
Yes,
that I've always hated that. So like when they announced The Division, my first thought is like, oh, you're downtown? Can I go in all these buildings yet? Because that's just my dream.
Yeah, so that is a pet peeve with games, right? Where they
that's
render
a lot
all
of
these
work,
buildings.
though. You have to understand.
I don't care if they recycle buildings. I just want to go in them.
Yeah, but then you're going to have people that are going to complain, oh, it's the same buildings over and over again.
Don't play the game then. I don't care.
They're just like, no, we just don't want to hear any of this. We're just going to block you from going into the buildings.
If you get a chance, Alex, then you should check this out. Rise of the Ninja and the Broken Bond.
I played, I think, Rise of the Ninja on 360.
It is as close to like a proper like ninja experience.
Not really, because my first mission was deliver 10 ramens across town in 1 minute, and I was like, "This is not fun."
No, but like being able to like, because this is the most open world we ever got with a Naruto game. That's what I'm trying to say as well, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that in order to do like a Rasengan, you have to like spin the wheel on your controller. You remember that?
No, I never made that far.
So,
but you don't even learn Rasengan that early.
Yeah. So either way, if you want a throwback and you feel like it, I recommend these two. All right. Anyway, that's
my question of the week, though.
Sorry?
That was my question of the week.
Which game do we wish existed?
Yeah.
Yes.
What was yours, Michael? I already forgot. Oh, Bleach.
Some sort of modern Bleach game or open world Bleach game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can't help it. Anime fan, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. We're gonna cap it off here. Have a good week and keep
play lots of
games. Play them.
Please like and subscribe.
Yes.
Leave us a comment.
Also, be sure to take advantage of the free trial on Final Fantasy 14. 12 million players roll.